choice.
Sunsplash, ibi tí ìtọ̀sán oòrùn ti ń tàn lẹ́kìtì, on the hills of Ẹ̀fọ̀n Alààyè, on the vibrant waves, Ẹ̀fọ̀n Alààyè làwáwà, tá ti ń dàbí aró, tá ń rọ̀ bí òwe. Keep it locked on the dial. Sunsplash FM, your lively show.
Good afternoon, each 12 o'clock. I am Adeyege Bamigbade with the 12 o'clock news, broadcasting live from Sunsplash FM, Ẹ̀fọ̀n Alààyè, Ekiti State. First, the top stories. Man arraigned over alleged theft of 60 kegs of palm oil in Ekiti. FJ concedes $71 million Wama Bank power loan amid black roads. INEC appeals ruling voiding primaries registration deadlines. To the news in detail. A 58-year-old man, Achaye Amos, has been arraigned before her chief magistrate court in Ado-Ekiti over the alleged theft of 60 kegs of palm oil valued at 3 million naira. The prosecutor, ASP Akinwale Oriyomi, told the court that the defendants, alongside others now at large, allegedly broke into the YSJ store in Ikere, Ekiti on May 16, 2026, at about 8 a.m. and stole the palm oil belonging to YSJ Limited. He said the offence is punishable under sections 421, 32412 and 3021A of the Criminal Law of Ekiti State 2021. Counsel to the defendant, Barrister Oluwafemi Alabi, urged the court to grant bail, assuring that his client would not abscond. The Chief Magistrate Abayomi Adeosun granted bail in the sum of 200,000 naira with 2 sureties in Laksa. The case was adjourned until June 22, 2026 for hearing. Still on Ekiti State news, leaders of the concerned Egbe-Oba Kingdom indigenes have strongly condemned drug abuse and trafficking following the arrest of a local man by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) in Ikole, Ekiti State. In an official statement, the group expressed deep concern over the recent public parade of Mr. Julius Adebayo Gudano, who was apprehended over alleged involvement in drug-related activities. The organization made it clear that it totally rejects every form of drug abuse and any activities that could endanger the lives, safety, and future of young people in the community. The statement emphasized that drug-related offenses continue to create serious social, economic, and security challenges across the region. CKI urged both youth and elders in Ikole local government and the wider Egbe-Oba Kingdom to remain law-abiding, steer clear of illicit substances, and fully cooperate with authorities to build a safer and healthier society. Moving to Kwara State. In the meantime, suspected bandits yesterday launched a coordinated midnight attack on the Yaskira community in the Borochen local government area of Kwara State, burning a section of the Emir's palace and abducting 3 wives and 4 children of the traditional ruler Alhaji Umar Seriki. Our correspondent gathered that the attack, which occurred between about 12 a.m. and 2 a.m., saw heavily armed men storm the border town in large numbers, firing periodically into the air before advancing directly towards the palace and nearby police formation. Residents said the attackers overpowered local security operatives stationed around the palace and forced their way into the inner sections of the royal residence, where members of the emir's household were seized. The Kwara State Police Command confirmed the incident in a statement issued by the spokesperson Adetun Ejiri Adeyemi, stating that the 10 people were abducted during the coordinated assault. According to the statement, the attackers struck at about 2 a.m., simultaneously targeting the Yaskiri Police Divisional Headquarters and the Emir's Palace in what the command described as a coordinated and desperate operation. The chairman of Ekiti Local Government Area of Kwara State, Gabriel Awelewa, has ordered the indefinite suspension of vigil in worship centers in local communities across the council area. Moving to Oyo State, the Oyo State Police Command has said its operatives, in collaboration with local hunters and other security agencies, neutralized 3 suspected kidnappers and rescued an abducted victim during a security operation in Otulu, located in the Okeogun Assage of the state. The command disclosed this in a statement issued today by its spokesperson, DSP Anyalade Olayinka. According to the statement, the operation followed a district call received on May 25, 2026 from local hunters who reportedly came under gunfire attack from suspected kidnappers while on a hunting expedition in Ochu. The police said no casualties were recorded among the hunters during the initial attack. The police also said the operation led to the rescue of an abducted victim identified as Mushudi Bolagade, aged about 50, who was allegedly kidnapped at Okaka and held captive in the Ochu area. According to the statement, the victim sustained gunshot injuries during the incident and was evacuated for medical treatment. Moving to Kano State, Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State has approved 20,000 naira Idi Ikab goodwill package for civil servants in the state and across its 44 local government areas. The approval is announced in a statement issued today in Kano by Musa Tanko Muhammad, Press Secretary to the Office of the Secretary to the State Government. According to the statement, the gesture is aimed at supporting workers ahead of the Idi Kabir celebration. The correspondent gathered that the generosity comes shortly after the payment of May salaries to state and local government workers. The governor reaffirmed his administration resolve to continue implementing people-oriented policies to improve workers' welfare, boost productivity, and sustain an efficient public service. Moving to Rivers State. In the meantime, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, yesterday said the withdrawal of Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara from the 2027 governorship race aligns with the peace agreement aimed at stabilizing the state. Wike stated this yesterday while briefing journalists after inspecting infrastructure projects in Abuja. Fubara recently stepped down from the All Progressives Congress governorship primaries, saying his decision was taken after consultations and in the interest of peace, unity, and stability in the state. In a statement titled "My Decision to Withdraw from the Rivers State Gubernatorial Primaries," the governor said the move followed careful reflection and discussions with family allies and associates. Wike, however, maintained that the withdrawal was not unexpected, arguing that it aligned with earlier agreements reached during peace negotiations. The Independent National Electoral Commission has filed a notice of appeal challenging the judgment of the Federal High Court, Abuja, which nullified part of the election guidelines put in place by the Commission for the Conduct of the 2027 general elections. Filing the notice at the Court of Appeal, Abuja Judicial Division, the electoral body sought to overturn the High Court judgment delivered on May 20. Justice Muhammad Umar of the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, while delivering judgment in a suit filed by the Youth Party, nullified part of the guidelines issued by INEC, directing political parties to submit their membership registers and databases by May 10 as a condition for participation in the 2027 general elections. INEC on this grant sought the following reliefs and order allowing its appeal and setting aside the judgment delivered by the Trial Federal High Court. The electoral body also sought an order striking out the suit, insisting that the respondent lacked the locus standi to institute and maintain the same and that the suit is academic. INEC argued that enforcing the judgment would disrupt preparation for the 2027 general elections. You are still listening to Sunsplash FM, Efon Alaye, Ekiti State.
Sunsplash, ibi tí ìtànsán ti ń tàn sí Ekiti, on the hills of Efon Alaye, and the vibrant waves. Efon Alaye làwa wà tá a ti ń dàbí aró, tá a rọ̀ yóò. Keep it locked on the dial. Sunsplash FM, the lively choice.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Moving on to the rest of the news. Kwara State Governor Abraham Abdulrazak has met with the Chief of Armed Staff, Lieutenant General Wahid Shahib, over renewed security threats and attacks in parts of the state. The meeting, according to a post shared on the official Facebook page of the Kwara State government yesterday, focused on strategies to strengthen public safety and address emerging security concerns across the state. The government said the latest security meeting came in the wake of fresh attacks recorded in Ekiti and Yaskiria communities within the last 24 hours. The fresh meeting followed Sunday's deadly attack on a prayer ground at Orioke Ajayi on the outskirts of Ikiron village in Ekiti local government area, where gunmen reportedly killed 3 worshippers and abducted 15 others during a night vigil. The Kwara State Police Command had confirmed that the attack occurred on Saturday night while members of a church were observing prayers at the remote worship center in the Hikiri Hajuba Assise of the Council area. Following the incident, the Commissioner of Police, Ojo Adekini, ordered a full-scale tactical response involving the military, police operatives, forest guides, vigilantes, and other security stakeholders to rescue the victims and track down the attackers. In the meantime, the federal government has cancelled $717.7 million in undisbursed World Bank financing for Nigeria's troubled electricity sector, effectively terminating the remaining portion of a $1.52 billion power sector recovery program aimed munching tariff shortfalls, worsening financial pressures, and persistent implementation challenges across the industry. Document obtained by a correspondent from the World Bank website yesterday showed that the cancellation followed a formal request by the federal government and a joint decision by both parties to discontinue financing under the power sector recovery performance-based operation due to evolving sector realities and the inability to achieve key reform milestones. According to the World Bank restructuring paper, the cancelled amount represents the entire undisbursed balance remaining under the program. The restructuring will result in the cancellation of the entire undisbursed balance in the amount of $717.7 million equivalent, and no further disbursement will be made under the program following approval of the restructuring, the bank stated. business news, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has told the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos that petroleum products from the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals FZE are sold at significantly high and fluctuating market prices, warning that granting the refinery's request could add its monopoly control of Nigeria's downstream petroleum sector. The National Oil Company stated this in a counter affidavit in opposition to Dangote Refinery's originating summons in suit number FAC/L/CS/857/2026 before the Federal High Court, Lagos Judicial Division. Similarly, marketers under the aids of the Petroleum Products Retailer Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria supported the NNPC, saying competition must be allowed in the petroleum sector to prevent what it called price exploitation, saying multiple sources would bring about a reduction in fuel prices. In the counter affidavit, a copy of which was obtained by a correspondent, the NNPC asked the court to dismiss or strike out the suit on grounds that it was incompetent, premature, disclosed no cause of action, and constituted an abuse of court process. And to wrap up the news for 12 o'clock on Sunsplash FM, here are the top stories once again. Man arraigned over alleged theft of 60 kegs of palm oil in Ekiti. FJ cancels $771 million World Bank power loan aimed BlackRock. INEC appeals ruling voiding primaries registration deadlines. And that is it on this update for 12 o'clock on Sunsplash FM. Thank you for listening. Have a great and wonderful day ahead. I am Adeyege Bamigbade.
Sunsplash, ibi tí ìtọ̀sán oòrùn ti ń tàn lẹ́kìtì, on the hills of Ẹ̀fọ̀n Alààyè, on the vibrant waves, Ẹ̀fọ̀n Alààyè làwáwà, tá ti ń dàbí aró, tá ń rọ̀ bí òwe. Keep it locked on the dial, Sunsplash